Hey guys, it's Zoe and welcome back to my couch. Hi, Kurt. If you saw yesterday's video, the first day of Couchmas, you'll know that I have decided to call the series of videos happening in December on my couch, Couchmas, because why not? So, today I'm going to be talking about, I don't remember, I was just looking at it, 5 fantasy series that I want to read in 2021. Now, these are all series that have been out for a while. Yes, Cardi, you want to read them with me? I have at least one book for all of the series except the first one, and one series I have all 3 books. So, let's just get started. The first series that I want to read in 2021 is the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson, and this would be so much easier if I didn't have a freaking hair in my eye. We're fine. Mistborn, I really could not tell you what it's actually about. I just hear everybody talking about it, and everybody says that I should read it because I'm gonna love it. So, I'm gonna read it. I have the description here. Let me see. So, for about 1,000 years, ash fell, no flowers bloomed. You know, how can anything survive, really? And while all this is happening, the Ska, I believe, were slaves and lived in misery and fear. And for this 1,000 years, this Lord Ruler dude, the sliver of infinity. So for 1,000 years, this dude has been ruling everyone and has not been a good person. So things are seeming like they're never gonna change until one day a half Ska, half human, half something, I'm not 100% sure, rediscovers hope in the hellish prison at this Lord Ruler's castle, something, and finds in himself the power of the Mistborn. So this dude, Kelsier, he like snaps one day and he's got all these powers and he's an excellent thief and all this fun stuff. He's like, I am going to recruit a bunch of people to fuck with this Lord Ruler dude. He has them all thinking it's just gonna be, you know, a regular con until he's like, no, we're gonna overthrow Lord Ruler. And they're like, okay, seems legit, I guess. And while he's got a great plan and everyone's on board, really it just seems like the biggest long shot in the entire world until this Kelsier character meets someone named Vin, who's also a half-Ska orphan, but has lived a much worse life than he has. So they need to learn how to trust each other and just let people in behind their walls, and then eventually they'll be able to overthrow this dude. I like this last line here. This saga dares to ask a simple question: what if the hero of a prophecy fails? I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. Okay, so the next series is the Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn series by Tad Williams. Yeah, I've read the first book, The Dragonbone Chair. I have the other 2, and I have the first book in like a sequel series that came out not that long ago, but the plan is to at least read the first books, the 3 books in the Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn series. Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn starts off with the High King of Osten-Ard about to die. And when this dude dies, the Scythy king, he's kind of like an elf, he sees his chance to seize power back from the humans because King Dude is almost dead. He does this through a pact with the new king, but then the king's little brother's like, this is not good. So he teams up with like an underground group of people called the League of Scrolls, I believe? League of the Scroll. And they're like, we need to stop this from happening because if it happens, we're all gonna die and it's not gonna end well for anyone, including this new king who thinks that he made a great deal to get some power. But like, obviously this Scythy king is not going to want to share power. Why would he? He's a douche. Like, that's never gonna happen. Then we have Simon, a kitchen boy who doesn't know that he's apprenticed to a member of this league, and he gets sent on a quest. He really has no idea what the fuck is going on, but he needs to go and find these long lost swords of power to try and save the world. So he's just sent off on his own, this little dude who just has no knowledge of the world, They don't really tell him what the hell's going on. They're like, you need to go find this shit. And he's like, okay, I hope I survive. And like, we'll see what happens. The third series is The Dagger and the Coin by Daniel Abraham. I read the first book, The Dragon's Path. I swear I bought the second book, but I have no idea where it went. I lost it when we moved into this house. I couldn't freaking tell ya. But I really liked that first one too. So this one follows a bunch of different people, starting off with this guy named Marcus. He does not want to be involved in this war that's coming at all. He wants to keep his men safe. He's done fighting other people's wars. However, he gets dragged into this one, naturally. He has to do some unorthodox things to try and keep his men safe. So he's... Hi, Tice. He's dealing with some shit. And then we have the character whose name I never remember how to pronounce. Kithrin, I don't know. She's an orphan, and she's a ward at a banking house, and she's tasked with smuggling a nation's wealth across the borders of this war. Nobody knows that she's smuggling all this money. She's really good with money. She knows all of the secrets of trade, of commerce, of all of that fun stuff. However, knowing all of this does not protect her from swords. Those things will still stab the shit out of her. And then we have another character whose name I never remember how to pronounce, either Jeter, Getter, something. He is just, how to put this nicely, nobody expects anything from this dude. He just wants to read his philosophy books. He doesn't want to play with swords like his dad wants him to. Tyson, stop nibbling. He is just completely a pawn in the games that everyone else is playing. And again, nobody expects anything from him. So nobody really expects what he's going to become. And while all this is happening, a tiny little disagreement spirals out of control and starts a whole ass war. And then you have people coming back from history and trying to fuck shit up. And it's just a hot mess of political intrigue. And I freaking loved it. I want to finish the series next year. And then I have the Daevabad Trilogy by S.A. Chakraborty. I have read the first one. I don't have the second one or the third one, but I really, really liked the first one. Did you just burp on me, Tice? That's rude. Super yak. Oh my god, you just want to be famous. You just want to be famous. I love you. This follows Nari, who does not believe in magic at all. She never has. She thinks it's stupid. She thinks people who believe in magic are stupid. She's living her life without it. Especially since she's a con woman. And she employs sleight of hand and all of these magical things to con people out of their money. While she's out here living her life, scamming people, she accidentally summons a djinn. And then she's like, oh shit, magic is real. And he's like, yeah, you're kind of fucking dumb, aren't you? And she's like, I don't mean for this to happen. And now she has to deal with the fucking consequences. So this djinn that she summons is telling her all about this magical city across the desert and everything. Daevabad, the city of brass. And he's like, you. Is that funny, Carter? This is what I get for filming on the couch. He's like, you are bound to this city. You have no choice, you're bound to it. And she's like, I don't want to be. And he's like, well, you're a dumb bitch. You have to be. So she ends up in this city and she realizes that she's in way over her head. Way, way over her head. There's a lot of shit going on. A lot of old resentments. She thinks that she can use magic to her advantage to, help her, but it cannot shield her from court politics and politicians being stupid. Honestly, she learns there's a reason why they say be careful what you wish for. And then finally, the last series that I want to read is the Pendragon Cycle by Stephen R. Lawhead, I believe. Let me look that up. I always forget who this one's by. Yes, by Stephen R. Lawhead. This one is a King Arthur retelling, and that's all I really know about it. I have the first book, Taliesin? I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. I've never heard that word pronounced. It's also an Atlantis story. I didn't know this. I heard it was King Arthur, so I bought it. And I didn't actually look into what this book was actually about. Very on brand. So there's a time of legend, and a Roman conqueror faded from the captured Isles of Britain. And across a vast sea, a bloody war shattered a peace that lasted for 2,000 years in Atlantis. It follows Charis, maybe Charis, but it's a CH. So I don't know. I'll see. I'll listen to the audiobook. I'll find out. She's an Atlantean princess who survived the devastation in Atlantis. Follows her and a fabled seer and druid prince Taliesin, singer at the dawn of the age. It's a love story across two worlds amid the fires of chaos and spawned the miracles of Merlin and Arthur the King. Is this supposed to be King Arthur's parents? Or like Merlin's parents? I don't really know what's happening. But I'm here for it. I want to read the series right fucking now. But I have so many books that I have to read first and I don't want to buy those ones yet. Anyways, this has been chaos as per usual. Yes, Cardi. You tell me how it is. I love it. Anyways, let me know down below in the comments if... I just forgot what words are. What books that you want to get to in 2021. I almost said 2020, but this year's almost done. Holy shit, that number doesn't even feel real right now. Fantasy or otherwise, I do think I'm going to be doing like an anticipated 2021 releases, but like any books that you want to get to, new releases or otherwise, next year. Or if that's just too much or you don't have a lot of time, drop some hearts down below, preferably purple ones because that's my favorite color. As always, to stay updated with my current reads and how I'm feeling about them and how Carter is feeling about the state of the world. Yes. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads, all at Zoe's All Booked, which I will leave linked down below in the description box, along with the Book Depository affiliate link, where if you click that link and buy books, I get 5% commission at no extra cost to you. My Patreon, where you can become a patron for the channel. My Coffee, where you can leave me a tip. And the Discord server, where you can join and talk about random shit. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share the video. And I hope you all have a wonderful day and get at least a little bit of uninterrupted reading time. I love you awesome nerds, and I will see you in the next one.